Hello everybody, Ed0626 here, bringing you some Conquest on Fort DeVoe and Battlefield 1. Quick thing about this gameplay, I was working to get the show shot telescopic, and one of the challenges for it was to get 15 kills in a round, I think, with the Bernay Mercier, I think that's how you call it, the Bernay Mercier telescopic, which I'm not a fan of whatsoever, but for some reason I did relatively decent. So I hope you guys enjoyed that in the background. Probably won't show the full gameplay of Conquest because I just don't think you guys want to see a 27-minute video, because I'm only using this gameplay so I can get it off my hard drive on my PS4 and I can just, be done with it, have some space. So another thing really quick, if you guys enjoy the video, leave a like. If you want to discuss something in the comments section, by all means leave a comment. And then most importantly, if you want to subscribe for more, by all means. I try to upload every other day, so I'd like to think I have one of the most consistent uploading schedules on YouTube, because I really haven't missed a day or whatever of my schedule. I mean, I've had a bit of a fuck up over the last weekend because I had to work, like I said in my last video. So it's a little bit more difficult, but I'm going to try and work back at it as best as I can. Alright folks, so what I want to talk about is this. The last time you saw me make a commentary, it had to do with the Star Wars Battlefront 2 multiplayer reveal and basically multiplayer live stream. And if you couldn't tell, I was in a pretty positive mood, My mood was very positive during that commentary. My mood in this one, if you haven't watched or read the title, I'm pretty skeptical by what I'm currently seeing right now regarding the Call of Duty World War II beta, or not beta, reveal. Last night, Monday, what's today's date? Today's the 13th, so this day was the 12th. The multiplayer, quote-unquote, multiplayer reveal trailer was had during the EA, not EA, Jesus, I did this last time. E3 PlayStation live stream on Twitch. My initial reaction was, that's it? And I'll tell you why. When I watched the trailer, it was all cinematic. Nothing really screamed multiplayer to me. There was no HUD. There was no, I don't know. It seemed more like an expansion of the single player trailer, in my personal opinion. You can disagree, I don't really mind. It's just that when I watched the trailer at first, my first impression was it just feels like another single player trailer. Like, nothing about it screams multiplayer to me. A buddy of mine I saw on Twitter also made the point where there was no HUD. So, how could we tell if it was multiplayer or not? There was really no HUD to give that, that feel of multiplayer to me. The cinematics also didn't seem like it would actually happen in game, so that led me to being even more skeptical. I don't see most of those cinematics happening even in multiplayer, like the planes falling out of the sky and shit. It just seemed too much like a single player trailer to me, and I'm not saying I didn't like it. I liked it for what it was, but it didn't scream what it was supposed to scream to me. Now, today, June 13th, I had a bit of a personal issue I had to deal with today, and I forgot. I didn't know if I forgot or I didn't know that the rest of the multiplayer stuff would be shown today, June 13th. I thought it was going to be happening on a Wednesday. Unfortunately, I didn't watch it, so because I was dealing with that issue, I won't go into it because it really is not something I want to discuss at this moment in time. All I could say is this: by reading Charlie Intel's tweets on Twitter, Charlie Intel, for those of you who don't know, basically they're a website that pretty much covers gaming and Call of Duty, mostly Call of Duty from what I've seen. I read their tweets, and when I read their tweets, I won't go into everything, but when I read the tweets, everything that I saw in the trailer made a lot more sense to me. Which I'm happy about, because, like I said, the trailer at first left me feeling empty inside. A little bit. I didn't get that emptiness this time. You know, when I read those... Well, I mean, I didn't get the emptiness... the emptiness kind of got more full, I guess you could say. Some weird way to compare it, but... I felt... Let's put it this way. I felt a lot better when I read their tweets, because everything I watched in the trailer made a lot more sense to me. So... And then I saw this video that they posted. It was a real multiplayer gameplay. Let me pull it up on my phone really quick. I apologize for not doing this sooner, but I just didn't think of it at the time. Charlie Intel. There we go. The map, it was a full-length TDM on the map CODWWII. I'm assuming it's a French map. Kind of like how this is Fort de Vaux. It's apparently it's called Point to Hoc or Hoc, or I don't know, man. I don't speak French. I'm not even French descent of anything. So, if someone could, you know, give me a French lesson in the comments section, if you do happen to know, that would be appreciated. I watched the gameplay, and I'm like, okay, game looks great. Everything looks fantastic. As it should. I mean, it should look great, but does it play great? And from what I saw, the game looks like it plays relatively well. I know it's probably in its, like, alpha going into beta stage, if not the beta. But from what I saw, it looked pretty good. If you don't, I could link you to Charlie Intel's Twitter, if I feel, I guess it really, I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, champion their stuff, but I'm just trying to say, like, if you want to watch it, it's on their Twitter. If I get the chance, I will leave it down in the description below. If not, like I said, just follow. If you don't know who Charlie Intel is and you're a Call of Duty fan, I mean, I don't know what you're doing. Yeah. So that's it. Now, there's a few other things I want to discuss that worry me. It's just, I don't know, man. It's basically regarding the beta. Why in the flying fuck, Activision, would you make it a beta for pre-order only? If you gave a shit about this game, you would make it an open beta so people who maybe can't pre-order at that time could play it. I know for a fact I will not pre-order this game before at least October or even September, if the beta is open and I get to play it. I need this beta. So I need to have this beta so I could feel like I can play it or not. If I don't play the game myself, I don't feel a need to pre-order it or even buy it afterwards. This beta, to me, in my personal opinion, I said this on the Edge and Oreo show where I said something relatively close to it. This beta not being open will hurt Call of Duty. Because I just read the dates on chart from the Call of Duty. It's the PS4 beta, which is my platform. The PS4 beta is late August. I think it's 25th to 28th. 3 days. You're gonna tell me that we have 3 days worth of a beta? And from what that screams to me, it doesn't seem like it'll be open that much at all. I mean, with any luck, it's after the first day, but I highly doubt it. And for those and if you don't have an Xbox and a PS4, well then you're fucked. I don't know why you would pre-order for both consoles, but I don't know. So, in my opinion, for Christ's sake, I mean, I know money. I know. I mean, Activision's desperate for money. They fucking showed it with the supply drops the last couple of years with the jumping CODs. You know, just fucking make the thing free. Make the goddamn beta free. Give your players a reason to want to buy the game, because having it on an open platform, a free platform, will make them want to download it, make them want to try it out, and make them want to buy the game in the long run, or pre-order it then. Because I for a fact am not making any investment whatsoever until I get my hands on some sort of multiplayer. Because the last few multiplayers for me have been absolute dog shit. And I haven't even played Infinite Warfare. I don't need to play Infinite Warfare because it'll play the exact same way Black Ops 3 did. And I hate Black Ops 3 with a burning fucking passion. I despise what Black Ops 3 is. I despise Advanced Warfare. The good news is this, though. Aside from my ranting, I can tell you this. This is what I am happy about. There is no more jetpacks. It's full-on boots-on-the-ground gameplay. Boots-on-the-ground gameplay has been in COD since Ghost. And that was a shitty COD in itself, but it was the last COD that we had any kind of, boots-on-the-ground, shit. And I'm just happy that the age of bullshit and randomness is gone. I say this because I consider the jumping CODs to be some of the most random, random fucking games I've ever played. The thing I like about boots on the ground games is this, such as Battlefield 1. Let's make this clear. You know where the enemy's coming from. When you look at it, say you look at it like a corner or a head glitch or something. You look at it for a good minute, a second and a half. It's like, okay, nobody's coming through there, and then no one is more than likely going to go through there. See, CODWWII isn't really much of a good example of this because, well, actually, kind of is, because there's a lot of choke points on this map, and it's pretty obvious to tell where the enemy is coming from. That's what I like about boots on. That's basically what I'm trying to say. When a game is boots on the ground, the enemy's movement is a lot more predictable. It means more kills, more anything really, more kills, assists, whatever, and more points if you're playing for points. Especially me, because Battlefield 1, I've been trying to get to level 100, so I'm definitely playing for points. That's basically it. With the jumping Call of Duties, I didn't get that randomness. I got randomness. I didn't get that, fuck do you call it? I didn't get that predictability that I'm used to. I'm not saying I had my moments playing those games, but I felt more frustrated than probably any other COD playing games like Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare, because of the unpredictability of it. I just hated it. I really did. I can play games like Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, and have no issue whatsoever, in terms of my strategy, in terms of playing the game. But when I hopped on games like Black Ops 3, and I haven't played Black Ops 3 in a year at this point, because it's just that bad of a game, in my personal opinion, I was like, I didn't get that. I just had no fun playing it. It's just, like I said, the jumping Call of Duties provided the most unfun experiences I've ever had as a gamer. Now, don't get me wrong, some boots on the ground games make me rage too, but nothing was ever as bad as Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare. And like I said before, I didn't need to buy Infinite Warfare because it would be the exact same thing that I played 2 years in a row already. Plus it was a carbon copy of Black Ops 3, and my hatred for Black Ops 3 just didn't want to let me buy it. So, this brings me to my final point, and going to bring up another buddy of mine, my buddy Hollow Point. No, not that guy with the pink beard and clickbait bullshit titles and all that. The OG Hollow Point, actually, if you watch Thunder, he's apparently friends with him. But he tweeted out that it's practically a carbon copy of, not a carbon copy, but it's a copy of Battlefield 1. Look at how the game plays in the multiplayer trailer. Bayonet charges, shovels for melees, the division system, which makes no fucking sense. I don't know why the fuck they had to put that in there, because in my opinion, created class was just fine. I'm fine with using created class. I just read from Charlie Intel that there's no perks, which is kind of a plus, but also kind of a negative. So I would like to know what's going to replace that, and what the verdict is on that. I don't know, man. To me, it seems like Battlefield. It's basically Call of Battlefield to me. Is that a good thing? I have no clue. I definitely don't consider it I don't consider it a horrible thing, but it's, you know, I don't know. It feels like, from what I've been reading, it feels like it's trying too hard to be Battlefield. I could be wrong. Apparently, the consensus feels relatively the same around, with most sensible people who play Call of Duty, and not like kids that would be like, oh, you're just hating and all that shit. But I don't know. Anyway, man, that's basically my rant. Am I sold? Not fully, not yet. And it's gonna need this beta. This beta needs to sell me on this game. And if it's not at all at some point in open beta, tough shit. I won't buy the game. You won't. I mean, come on. With Star Wars Battlefront 2 coming out, with some other games I'm planning on getting over the summer, you won't even need fucking COD on this channel, in my opinion. In my personal opinion, I don't need COD on this channel, but it'll be something nice to play. I mean, all I want is a good game, but I want to play it first before. I want to play some sort of beta to give me an idea of what the game will be like. You know, my buddy Iris, who I mentioned last video, he said week 1 patch, it'll change the game entirely. While that is true, it'll still give me an idea of what the beta itself will give me an idea of what the game will feel like. So playing like the content of the game and like how it'll play out through this beta will give me an idea of what the real game will be. And like I said, it needs to be an open beta. There's no other way around it, in my opinion. Alright, folks. I've ranted long enough. I've gone through 18 minutes of this 27-minute gameplay. I think you've heard enough. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I highly encourage you to listen to this in full. I really do. I know it's almost going to be 19 minutes at this point. I'm going to get this done as quick as possible. But I want you to listen to this in full. I want you to understand my arguments. I want you to understand my concerns as a regular gamer, a casual Call of Duty gamer. No MLG shit. No MLG shit. No paid by Activision bullshit. No unfucked up morals shit. As just a regular person who likes to play video games, I want you to understand what I'm trying to say. And there are probably plenty of other people that are saying most of what I'm saying. So, with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a very great day, and leave a comment on what you think, leave a like, subscribe for more, like I said earlier. I'm Edjo626, and I'll catch you all soon.